Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. So in this video I will be talking about the procurement process. So this video will be useful for them who have just started their career in SAP Materials Management as a consultant, or someone who has started their career in manufacturing industry and there they are responsible for day-to-day procurement process. Okay, so on your screen you can see right now it is a standard process flow for the procurement. Okay, so it is generally known as normal P2P process flow. P2P means here procurement to procure-to-pay process flow. Okay, so you can see here there is a process flow chart which I have prepared. So the first step for procuring a material is creating a purchase requisition, okay, which is generally known as PR. So let us understand what is the PR, in what circumstances we need to create a PR, purchase requisition. Okay, so for example, suppose I am an employee of the company and I need some material to finish my work, which is not my personal work, it is a company work, okay, which is assigned to me. So without that material, suppose for an example, taking a little example like a stationery item, I need a pen or diary, okay, maybe a whiteboard, something like that, to so that it can be utilized in a meeting. So I need to procure that so that I can finish my task. Or a technician who wants to repair an equipment and the spare part is not available within the company premises or the warehouse. So in that scenario also he need to procure a spare part, right? The spare part is nothing but a material. Or a manufacturing officer is there who is a production officer. So for producing a finished good, he might need consumables, right, which is nothing a material. So in that case also, he has to raise this purchase requisition. So purchase requisition is an internal document which can be created by any of the employee. Okay. So here I gonna create a PR. Okay. So PR can be created via multiple, I would say, apps. So I have mentioned the T code like ME51N and Fiori. So if someone is on S4 Hana, she can utilize the Fiori app to create this PR. PR can be generated automatically as well, based on the business requirement. But as I said, I will be covering here the normal P2P process flow. So I will be creating the PR manually via the transaction code ME51N. Okay, and after that what will happen once the PR gets created? Suppose I have created a PR whose value is like $3,000. So it has to be approved by someone else, right? Someone, I mean, not someone else, I mean, who would be your, basically he might be or she might be your boss or the manager, immediate manager. So he or she would be responsible for approving that PR here at this stage. He has to or she has to approve the PR. Okay, so once the PR gets approved, it will go to the procurement department over here. Okay, over here. Let me erase this one, erase this too as well. So here now the most important procurement process start from here, because until here it was only internal, right? Now from here the purchase requisition is transferred to the procurement department, and now the procurement department would be responsible for converting this PR to purchase order. Okay, now before converting to purchase order, there might be other prerequisites that will happen in the system or outside of the system, like procurement officer wants to, I mean, select multiple vendors and then get the quotation from the multiple vendors, and based on that he might select certain criteria, and based on those criteria he might select one supplier, like based on the terms and condition, the delivery date or the price, he might select a supplier who can supply this piece of material. Okay, so that those processes are there in the system as well, but as I said, I will be covering only the standard process flow, so that's why I am not going to cover all those things. Okay, it is just for the information purpose I am describing this one. So once this PR gets converted to the purchase order, again that purchase order will have this approval step. Okay, so that purchase order needs to be approved, and once this purchase order gets approved over here, then it will go to this step, goods receipt. Okay, so what will happen here? It means vendor has delivered the material to your premises. Now it is your responsibility to receive that material. Now here also there might be other processes that may happen before doing the goods received. Okay, it is like quality management, inspection process. Okay, so inspection will be done on those materials, so that once the quality check has happened and if everything seems okay, then only we will proceed with the goods receipt. Okay, it means we are accepting your material. Okay, so once you will do the goods receipt, what will happen? The inventory will hit. So the number of stocks, there might be 5 or 10 quantities already available, right? And you have ordered 10 more quantities, so the quantity will increase and definitely your inventory value will increase accordingly. All right, so once the goods receipt is done, then the invoice verification will happen. So why invoice verification is necessary? You have to pay to the vendor, right? Based on the terms and conditions, you have to raise the invoice verification, and here the invoice will get created. And then if now there is another condition, so if your invoice get blocked because of various reasons, maybe the company code or maybe the value of the invoice is higher, so basically we are setting this in the system only based on the business requirement, as I said, then it will get blocked here. Okay, so if it gets blocked, then the invoice has to be released, then only it will proceed for the vendor payment. Okay, this one. Okay, so vendor payment is not a part of the procurement. Vendor payment is a part of the financial accounting. So finance people are responsible, who are handling the accounts, right? They are responsible for doing the vendor payment. So here in this video, we are not going to cover this approval process for any of these objects. Okay, because a different setup needs to be done in the system, and I have already uploaded a video which is known as a flexible workflow, which is a part of S4 HANA new feature. So if you have subscribed to my channel, you can just navigate to my videos, and there you can find a flexible workflow video. You can refer that to get more details, and if not, I can put a link of that video in my description as well. And this process will also not be covered in this video because it is generally done by the finance team. So we will be only covering the basic procurement process. As I said, this is not for someone who is expert. This video is for the beginners. Okay, so now let us jump to the system and let's see how does it looks like in the SAP system. So first step is create a purchase requisition. So ME51N. As I said, I will be using transaction code here, not the Fiori. Okay, but if someone is on S4 HANA, they can definitely use Fiori as well for creating a purchase requisition. So you can see SAP screen in front of your screen. So this is known as a transaction box. So here I will put ME51N and press enter. So this will be the initial screen that you will get. Okay, so NB is your standard purchase requisition. Now, as I said, there might be multiple scenarios, right? So as I will be covering the standard procurement flow here, so I will be creating a standard purchase requisition, which is known as NB purchase requisition document type over here. So now there's one more button, document overview off and document overview on. So I wanted to create a purchase requisition. Now I do have one option here, is that I can fill the details, okay, manually over here. Otherwise, there is another option that I can just go here and I will say show the purchase requisitions which are already created by me. So I have already activated this one, okay, selected this one. So that's why SAP is showing me all those purchase requisitions which are created by me only. So what I will do here, I will quickly go here and I will select this item here and I will click adopt. So let's see what happens. So you can see here it has copied this purchase requisition item to my new purchase requisition. Okay, and under the purchase requisition it is not mandatory to provide the supplier. Okay, so if in this case we have a fixed vendor, so that's why I mentioned over here, but it is not mandatory. It is a fixed vendor, so that's why I mentioned over here, and there is a vendor field which is a supplier number only, right? It is not mandatory because it is a responsibility of the procurement officer to identify the best supplier, okay, and then procure from there only. So under this purchase requisition, there are a few important points that I wanted to show you. First is account assignment is blank over here, and then this item category. So as I said, this is a normal procurement process flow, so this will be blank, okay, because we wanted to increase our inventory over here, okay. And then under the valuation price, we have maintained this one, okay. Tax code is empty, we will see that in the purchase order. And then you can see a status, then the contact person, okay, who contact person. So basically this is the user ID which is created, which is creating the purchase requisition, or which has created the purchase requisition. Okay, so what I will do now, so this is your material number, okay, and this is a short text, this is your quantity, and this is the delivery date. Okay, so on this date you want vendor to deliver this product. Okay, so this is a one quantity, okay, and these are another details that you can fill. Okay, so now how the price is getting determined is via this info record. Now this is again a different topic, so we will not cover this one right now. So save this purchase requisition. Okay, so you can see on the bottom a new purchase requisition has been created, 585. Let us see. Go to this button and click on other document, and then it will show you. Okay, so this purchase requisition has been created. Now what is my next process is to convert the PR to PO. Okay, so I'm skipping the approval process. So let us imagine that this PR has been already approved. So now let us go to ME21 and transaction and create the PO. Okay, so ME21 and here also I do have the feature. So whatever the purchase requisitions that I have created, it will show all those purchase requisition. Now as I will be converting the purchase requisition into a purchase order, so purchase requisition standard document type was NB, so similar here, NB is the standard PO document type. So what I will do here, I will go to my purchase requisition, select this item, and I will say adopt, which means select this one and copy it here. Okay, so you can see now I do not need to fill it manually. So supplier name is coming over here automatically from the purchase requisition, the material number, the quantity, everything, the price, everything is coming, right? Okay, so price basically is coming from the info record, which is not which is something which is a combination of your supplier number, material number, okay, and the plant as well. So this is your item here, and this is your header. Okay, so on the header you can see the purchase organization, purchasing group, and the company code. Okay, and this is your item detail here. Okay, so you can see material data, then the quantity, one quantity, okay, then delivery schedule. So this is your delivery date. You can increase it as well, like I can make it for October as well. So right now it is 4th September. Okay, and then here is a tax code. So let us select a tax code over here, 0% input tax. Okay, and then I will just save it. So my purchase order number gets created now with 77 at the last. So let us check this one. So this is my purchase order. Okay, so this has been created. Now what is my next step? Next step is the approval of the PO, which is I'm skipping right now. Okay, so let us imagine in this case that my PO has been already approved, so I will do a goods receipt. Okay, so now what will happen, let us copy this purchase order number, because now vendor is delivering the product to my company warehouse. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to receive that product. So what I will do, I will go to the transaction MIGO, and here I will select goods receipt because we are receiving the goods, and then I will select the purchase order because we wanted to receive the goods with reference to the purchase order, and put the purchase order number over here. Okay, and press enter. Okay, so once you press enter, it will copy all the items from the purchase order, and you can see the movement type is 101, which is the standard movement type when we are receiving any goods with respect to the purchase order. Okay, and this is my plant, and under this plant I will be receiving this material under this storage location. 101A is the storage location code. Okay, so if this is a free text field, so suppose I am receiving this goods, so I can put my name over here. Okay, and if there is any unloading point, you can also put your unloading point. Okay, then this is your purchase order data. You can see the purchase order number is coming over here. Okay, and the account assignment, profit center. Okay, and this is your supplier which is delivering your material, and then here you can see your material number. Okay, so in order to receive this goods, okay, I need to select item. Okay, and I will click on check. So system will check, okay, everything is okay or not. If yes, then I will post this. Okay, so once I post this, it means I have received my material. Okay, so let us go back to the purchase order, and I will show you what happens to the purchase order. Okay, so this is my purchase order. So you can see now a different tab is coming, purchase order history, and which is having this goods receipt material document number. So if you will click over here, you can see this has been already posted. Okay, how? If you go to navigate to your document info tab and click on FI documents, you can click on the accounting document. Okay, so the important thing which I wanted to show you here is the transaction, this one. Okay, so this is the most important thing because in most of the interviews this is being asked. So BSX and WRX. Okay, so the inventory was hit. Okay, so this is the inventory account BSX, and this is GRIR account, which is WRX. Okay, so this is the material here, this one. So let us also check this one in my report MMBE, which is stock report. Okay, so this is a stock overview. So material number is already there, so let us execute this one. Let's see. So you can see here it is now 2 quantities there, which is under the unrestricted use. Okay, so if I will right click over here, go to material movements, it will show me the history. You can see right now this one 314 is the material document that we have created recently, this one. Okay, and we have received one piece. Okay, so what is the next step? Now as we have received the goods, now what we will do, we will create an invoice verification. Okay, so now goods receipt has been done, so we will do the invoice verification. So we will execute MIRO T code over here. Let me go back onto the front screen. So from here we will put MIRO. Okay, and then I will select the today date, which is our invoice date, and the posting date is very important. Okay, so by default system will select the current date for the posting, and this is a reference number. So generally we put purchase order number over here for the reference purpose. Okay, so it is a free text, and then this is important here. So as we will be doing the invoicing here based on the with reference to the purchase order only, so put here, select purchase order and put here the purchase order number here and press enter. Okay, so one line item will come over here. Okay, and the tax code here and here should be same. So here let us select 0%. I don't want it to have any taxes. Make it sure it is same. Okay, and then I will select calculate tax, and right now it is showing 630 euros I have to pay to the vendor. So put here 630, press enter. Now it is green, it means we are ready to post this invoice. So post this one. Okay, so you can see here this invoice is created. Okay, so what you can do to check it, go to the display mode and then go to follow on documents. Okay, and then select the transaction field. Okay, and see here. So as I said previously, this transaction is very important. It is being asked in most of the interviews. Okay, so this is your vendor account and this is your inventory account. Okay, so let us go back to the purchase order and see how does it looks like after completing this process flow. So ME23N for displaying the purchase order. So go to the purchase order history and you can see here I do have this goods receipt and I do have this invoice receipt. So once the invoice receipt has been done, so there is an additional process that might happen, which is release block invoice. So there can be a process that is implemented in your system which is blocking the release of invoice. Until unless the invoice is not released, vendor payment will not happen, which means it can be blocked due to the higher cost or whatever it is. Okay, and once your invoice has been released, successfully released, okay, then the vendor payment will happen. So vendor payment, as I said initially, it will be done by the finance team. Okay, so procurement team is not responsible for doing the vendor payment. Okay, so this is your normal P2P process flow. So I would request you all to please subscribe my channel and also put your valuable comments, I would say. So if you want that I need to create certain videos which might be more demanding for your skill, okay, so just let me know. And if there are a lot of comments about those topics, I will definitely try my best to cover those scenarios in my upcoming videos as well. But do subscribe, like and share my channel so that you will stay updated with my upcoming videos, as I will be uploading multiple SAP videos, not only related to the procurement. I will be uploading for the asset management, CS and many more modules as well. So that's all from my side in this video. We'll meet in another video. So thank you all, bye.